That's right. Come on. Touch me. Touch me hard.
What? I know you want to. Wait, what?
When he died, I was so sad that I would never hear that voice again. His laugh. His funny little requests.
Touch me.
His reprimands.
Touch me harder.
Touch me harder. Oh wow, what the what the heck? I can move? What is this? It's like every time I start a new visual novel, there's always something fascinating. Okay. Yes, as you guys can see, welcome back, or I guess welcome, any and everybody, for the first time, to Lust Shards. What the heck is that? Oh, this is gonna be exciting. So, you know, keeping on theme with starting all these new visual novels, this was the winner of the last poll, and I mean, I'm intrigued. I've tried to avoid like memes and things about it. I've seen some people play it, so I've seen like some screenshots here or there, but I really do not know the story. So I guess the best way to find out, since I am excited, is to just start. Mind of Fur. Do I click something? This game contains explicit images and strong language. May be offensive to some players. I don't understand. I'm mature. Don't you worry. I don't know what voices I'll do, so I'll kind of start out with my voice. I opened my eyes to find myself in a dark room, with no visible walls or any indication of an ending, or any indication that the text speed is at a reasonable speed. It doesn't seem to be a dream. I try to pinch myself to wake up, but I only feel some pain, and nothing happened. I can still feel a bruise on my face from when I dropped my phone just minutes before going to sleep. Okay. Starts off with a relatable character. I took it as a sign to end my day. Adjusting my vision to the darkness and looking around, I noticed a light in the distance. I was never a religious person, but God, if you're out there, please tell me I'm not dead. What a nice 19th birthday gift. Not. I know I had just a bit too much cake, but still. What is the fatal amount of cake? It must be more than 4 medium slices, right? If I had any kind of sense, I'd probably not go towards the light, but I don't have any other ideas, so I'll go ahead and do exactly that. Coming closer, I start to see some more colors with the bright light, but I'll have to get a bit nearer to really know. I'm now less than 30 feet away from a figure on a throne, showering in light. It seems less bright now that it's closer. I keep looking away, up, down, left or right, shuffling my feet as I walked, not making eye contact with the figure. My mind just didn't want to believe what I was seeing until I was close enough, so there wouldn't be any doubt. I think God might indeed exist, and he just blessed me. Oh, I see. I was like, why did he bless? Oh, not only 10 feet away, on a grand dark throne of stone, stood a male dragon, almost naked, scaly, with his legs spread and a huge bulge, hard and inviting. I'm usually a somewhat collected person, shy and just awkward in general. But standing in front of him, my mind was buzzing. My whole body, in fact. I could barely stand on 2 legs, my heart about to jump out of my chest, my mouth open the whole time. Jeezum. Not to mention that dragons, or lizard folk in general, went extinct long ago. I was so shocked about the view that I didn't even notice his scratched out face, like a kid has drawn over it with a Sharpie. He beckoned me towards him with a finger, feeling his gaze burning my face even though I couldn't see any eyes. I don't hesitate much, although maybe I should. I have no idea where I am, who or what he is. The most sensible thing is to assume I'm in a lucid dream. I should make the most I can with this information. I should have been sent to horny jail a long time ago for my actions, but it's too late now. Who knows when the next opportunity will arrive? How hard is this going to get? Oh my gosh. Say goodbye to the good boy. Okay, let me get into character. Come on now. All right. Say goodbye to the good boy. It's time for some action. The dragon rests his clothed on my shoulder. Such a simple act, but effective in arousing me more. Or better said, craving him to use me. Holy cow. You know, somebody told me that this started with a pretty saucy scene, and yeah, you were right. I was like, is it like a, bedroom scene between two boyfriends? I was like, I don't know. Ugh, if my ancestors saw me, they'd be disappointed. But I've never felt more like a hentai female protagonist than now. I can feel my pupils turning into hearts. The man, or whatever it is, strokes the back of my head and ears, a plain affectionate gesture that made me desire him so much more. I can feel the grin he has on his face underneath the scribbles. It must be from my immediate obedience. Maybe I should have tried to resist at least a little bit. But it's too late now. I stroke his hard member underneath the cloth, feeling the pulsing vein on my fingertips. I grab the end of the cloth and raise it slowly, so I can finally reveal what I'm about to work with. This is all for the thumbnails, I can't decide. Before I can do so, his head comes closer to my ear and whispers, "Ah, what the heck?" I think the static was supposed to be like, because I don't know what his voice is like, so I'm not going to attempt anything just yet. Boost of confidence unlocked. Oh, the voice was rough. I guess we do know what the voice is. Voice, rough, hoarse, and accompanied by what I believe sounded like static noise. Okay, so... Oh boy, this is going to be scary. Rough and hoarse. You're... I need some water for that. You're perfect. You're perfect. Ugh. Oops, I'm going back too much. Come find me. Weird thing to say to someone about to give you head, but okay. I continue unwrapping my present. And... What? Oh. Of course. Of course I would wake up now. Dreams are so stupid. I flex my claws and move my fingers. My fingertips are still hot, like I just touched... Never mind. I probably just slept on top of it. Oh. Hey, fatty! Mom said you have to wake up. Great. I have an alarm clock, you know. I have an alarm clock, you know. Then get out already. You're leaving in 30 minutes. What? I thought I set it up for an hour earlier. Dumbass. I heard that. I wasn't trying to be discreet. Ugh. I get out of my bed and run to the shower. I also run to turn my timer on, because I have not done that yet. I'm gonna give this a little bit more time than normal, just because this is the first episode. I want to just give it a bit more time anyway. Alright. I'm gonna make sure the music is still loud, but I want to be able to hear it. Please, please, please let it be a good fur day. If my fur doesn't dry properly, it'll be an... Oh wow, that music just kind of starts and stops. Okay. If my fur doesn't dry properly, it'll be an awkward first day of school. Ugh, I swear I'm gonna blow up at that school, just so I don't have to stress about every little thing. Or my name isn't... what is my name again? The what do you call it? The narrative strength of this story seems pretty strong already. I wonder if there's a default, and there is. Cody. We'll stick with that. Did I really just forget my own name for a second? Let's hope it doesn't happen when I introduce myself to other people at the academy. My thoughts start to clear out a bit as I step into the shower and get the water running. I'm worrying over my social status. That's laughable, considering where I'm going. Okay, maybe the sound's a little bit too much too. Let's keep the music and the sounds. Laconia, Hunter's Academy. The absolute best school ever. And, well, the only school around for Nightfallen Hunters. For what? As soon as I found out I had magical powers some years back, my whole life and personality revolved around that place. I sent them a letter of introduction last year, and nothing. An email with my CV and qualification, and why I think I'd fit perfectly at the academy. Still nothing. I even got to begging messages. Still no response. Of course, in order to enter, you still need at least some training and experience. And be over the age of 18. Being hot also helps, does it? Sometimes Nightfallen can be invading of personal space, to put it in a family-friendly way. They can't just let in a newbie that can barely cast a spell. I was determined to do anything to get in. But it didn't actually take that much to my surprise. Every year, the staff scouts random high schoolers with the most potential and get them a scholarship. And guess what? I was not one of them. But, you see, I was involved in a little accident at school that I don't like to talk about. Was it my fault? Oh yeah, big time. Do I regret it? Not one bit. Because that was my ticket to the start of my dreams. What was the incident, you're asking? I suppose there's no reason to keep it a secret. The whole town knows, after all. You see, I have a very weak affinity for energy manipulation. Pretty cool and rare power when your whole world revolves around energy and magic. Except that I don't have the talent or strength to use it. But one day, one of the teachers at that school crossed the line. We were alone in the classroom when I exploded. What? You want to know what line he crossed? I do. Well, that's a little too much information for starters. Jeez. Anyway, I was enraged. Consumed the energy reserves at the school for... I was enraged. Consumed the energy reserves of the school for an entire year. Don't even ask me how. And proceeded to blow up the classroom. The teacher? He lived. Somehow. At the time, I thought I'd go to prison for that, even if I was 15, so I was crying for days that at any moment someone will take me away. Thankfully, the incident was written up as a poor understanding of a magical child's abilities. I was expelled, but nothing more. It didn't really matter. I hated that place anyway. And basically got a 2-month vacation before summer break. And Mom and I were running from high school to high school begging to let me in. But most of them had some kind of excuse like, "Oh, we don't have enough meal plans for an extra student," or "His grades are just too good. He'll be happy at another institution." All BS. And yes, I might have a small body, but for me it's always big brain time. At least when it comes to school grades. Probably shouldn't say that in case I make some dumb decisions in the near future and embarrass myself. Anyway, we just settled for homeschooling. But lo and behold, I get an interview invitation years later. For the academy. Which was strange because you don't usually need those when entering the academy. but I'm not the one to question the people that might provide my future. Alright, back to the present. I get some cluster blue shell shampoo, the best for soft silky fur, and it prevents some of the after fluffiness. The only problem is that if I get a drop in my eye, it'll feel like 100 bee stings inside my eyeball. Small price to pay for nice fur. I just have to be careful. The stress of waking up late made my morning wood disappear at least. Well, one less thing to worry about. Where was I? Oh yeah, I nailed that interview with my stunningly good looks and vast knowledge. And by that, I mean that I played the yes man card and they were happy enough with my responses. They probably took pity on me because after the incident, no regular public school would accept me. Ha, their loss. My grades were impeccable, and that's another factor that played a role in my interview success. A week later, I got the schedule, with detailed description of the academy campus, staff, activities, etc. And most importantly, the Shards, which are just the branches to specialize on. Their purpose is to... Oh, stop wasting time! Stop wasting the water! Get out already!
Hey, stop developing your characters. We have card games to play.
Stop developing your character. We have visual novels to read. I've only been in here 10 minutes! That's 7 minutes too long! Sisters. Can't live with them. Can't stuff them back up in the old baby maker. The wise words of a wonderful blue-haired woman. I stop the water and start drying myself with a towel as much as possible so I don't have to use the fur dryer. I go back to my room with a towel around my waist. I take one last wide look at the room that I won't see for a long time. The sun rose a little higher, casting some more natural light for me to bask in. Oh, and this is our main character. I stop in front of my wall mirror with a towel around my waist. I check my fur for moisture, that it's almost completely gone already. Almost completely gone already. I'm very satisfied with my looks. I lost weight over the summer, but some unnamed sisters don't seem to realize that. Pfft, fatty. Fat is her dumb face. No, Cody, she can't make you upset. Not today. I never focused much on putting on more muscle mass. I learned some strength and speed buff spells off the internet, just like that. If only it was that easy. Thankfully, they were very compatible with my skills, so I can use the spells quite effectively. I can now lift as much as a professional bodybuilder, as long as I have enough magic in me. I put on some of my best underwear, tight but comfortable. I'm not going to get railed on my first day of school, but hey, nice underwear equals boost of confidence, I always say. I get my uniform, which consists of jeans and a white dress shirt with the Academy's emblem on it, as well as a purple tie. It also had a sweater, but it's too hot outside to wear that, so I packed it in my luggage. They sent it around the same time as my schedule and stuff. Apparently they like to give their students the freedom to choose their own clothes, as long as it has some similarities with the Academy, like a visible emblem and stuff like that. That's cool. I'm not exactly sure what the limits of this freedom really are, so I decided to wear the uniform and nothing more or less. It's a very main character of you, for the most part. Actually, no, it's not. I go downstairs and have breakfast. Usually I have some chocolate cereal, but now it seems like my mom wanted a goodbye feast. I see some leftover cake on the table too. I might get a little sick. Good morning, honey. I just can't do women voices, I'm sorry. Good morning, honey. Oh, you don't look very well. But I don't blame you. There must be dozens of emotions and thoughts buzzing through your head. Today is your big day, after all. I'm probably even more excited than you are. Or maybe nervous is the better word. Or maybe terrified. You know what? Maybe this is not the best idea. Maybe we should find you another school. There are a couple we haven't... Mom, it's fine. We've talked about this, really. I'll be fine. There's nothing to worry about. And that school is probably the most secure place in the country. What about that test the headmaster is introducing? I heard it's very complicated and dangerous. I don't know why Mr. Sebel would do that all of a sudden. Where did you hear that from? There's no information about this mysterious test. It might not even be real. It's just a theory. Yes. Yes, you're right. Come on, finish your breakfast. I'll drive you. Why do I have to go too? Your brother won't be home for almost 6 months. Show some compassion. But a 6-hour drive just for that? Indeed, the drive was long, but this being the first day, and me being a first year, I was invited to be present around noon, when the announcement started in the main hall. She blushed and looked away, munching on a strawberry. I know deep down in that little, cold, wretched heart she loves me. Your fur doesn't look too bad. It's shiny. Thanks. That's the biggest compliment I got from her in months. All right, your luggage is in the trunk. We should get moving if we don't want to be late. Yes, ma'am. It was one of the longest drives of my life, but also the most enjoyable. I won't see these people for a long while, especially because there's no such thing as internet when the whole property is surrounded by anti-everything, basically. Internet, cell phone signal, not even a radio comes through. Well, as far as I understand, you can still communicate with anyone within the barrier like normal on your phone. I mean, every city is protected by a barrier, but not on such a scale. But I made sure to download as much content as I can. Even if I might not make any friends, at least I'll have corn with me. Jeez. To take away the boredom. You know, this guy's unashamed of what he likes. I can appreciate that. Whoa. Well, here we are. After 6 hours of driving and about 20 stops because someone has a weak bladder. Hey, you made me this way, Mother. Anyway, wow, that school. It looks fit for royalty. It's huge. I saw images of it before, but it's even better in person. Is this even the right place? It looks more like a city than a school. It is technically a city. There are regular people living there, and they need space for the staff and the students. You sure did your research. Guess you don't need us anymore. She makes a dramatic, dying pose at which I chuckle. What? You think I won't need someone to tell me random information about geographical locations? I cannot possibly replace you. You little rascal. Anyway, the path is a little too, bumpy for the car, unfortunately. So, this is as far as we can go. Are you sure there are no other paths to take? I'm pretty sure. I checked on the map. Should we come with you? Through the forest? Oh, don't be ridiculous. You really don't have to. I'll be okay. Now, don't forget your phone, your map, your backpack, your water bottle, your... Mom, it's fine. I won't forget anything. Okay. Just making sure. We love you. Love you too. And if they expel you, don't be ashamed. It can happen to anyone. Make sure to call me and I'll come get you right away. Just exit the barrier and the phone should work, right? I won't get expelled, so I won't need a ride. I expect you to be able to at least charge my phone with your powers by the time you fail to graduate. Very funny. I will graduate. Believe it! I hugged them goodbye. Even my sister didn't consent. I hugged them goodbye. Even if my sister didn't consent. And get going. Very excited about my new life. And with that, they left. I watched the car drive away for a couple seconds before venturing on my path. I'll miss them. Even the brat. No matter, my first adventure awaits. All right, there's only one path that goes to school, so surely there's no way to get lost or injured, right? I should probably not challenge the universe like that. We're not on very good terms. If my luck were a stat in a game, it would be a negative number. And so, I go down the mountain path, then up, then down again, then up again with my headphones in, for what feels like hours, but it's only been a bit over 10 minutes. That's what hiking can feel like, that's for sure. Every little rustle of leaves and bird flutter makes me jump a little. The academy attracts Nightfallen with its magic, so although there are none inside the barrier, On the outside. I get lost in thought, watching the treetops for horny monsters ready to attack. What? Oh, geez, did it happen? No, senpai. When suddenly, to no one's surprise, oh, he just trips. I somehow managed to fall down a pit. Oh, wow. About 20 feet deep and 5 feet wide, probably made by Team Rocket. Jeez, wow, well, that's unfortunate. Ouch. Always look where you're going. Always look where you're going. This is a new useful tip that I have to hold on for dear life, or else I'll end up in another hole in the middle of the forest. It's great I wanted an adventure. I have an adventure, but instead of the hero, I'm the damsel in distress. Oh, what the heck? Now what should I do? What would a new student from the Laconia Academy do? Shout out for help. No need to be embarrassed. It could happen to anyone, anytime, really. Call mom. She might not be that far away yet. Start climbing out like the alpha Chad you are. Well, not exactly like the alpha Chad, but I think he does want to make a good impression. He doesn't, so I feel like climbing is the best bet. A choice so quick. I'm excited. What do you guys, tell me if you think, I guess I don't know who I'm pursuing by making these choices, and that's kind of fine. The first time I go through this, let's just let the chips fall where they may. And I'm pretty sure based on what I've experienced, this guy would just start climbing out. So let's just try it. All right. What am I? A baby? I should be able to get out of here on my own. It's not that deep. The walls are soft enough for my fingers to penetrate the surface, but not enough to crumble away. There are big boulders here and there that I can use as leverage. I'm not a world champion when it comes to raw strength, but a simple climb like that is no problem at all. So I don't even bother buffing myself up with a spell. Of course, as always, because my luck is just that great, just a couple of lifts before I reach the top, the biggest spider I've ever seen decides to make an appearance out of a hole in the wall a hole in the wall of the hole. Oh, a hole in the wall of the hole. Double holes. No, this is a dangerous situation. I shouldn't be laughing. And as any normal person would do in this case, I first screamed, then decided that getting rid of the spider is of a higher priority than getting out of the hole, so I shake the spider off, losing my grip and starting to fall again. I closed my eyes and waited to hit the floor, something that never happened. I opened my eyes. I was levitating in place, and then I started to fly up. Slowly a voice spoke. Oh, okay, does he describe it? It was an angel? Okay. Alright, so this voice is gonna be... Don't worry, I got you. Don't worry, I got you. It was an angel. I saw my life flash before my eyes as I fell down, but this person saved me. It was comedic even, if someone saw the single teardrop from my eye. The next thing I know, light shines bright in my eyes, and my feet touch the ground gently. I take a second to catch my breath, then I raise my head to see my hero. It is only natural I should thank them. What the heck? Oh, okay. In front of me stands a short and young-looking tuxedo cat with a questionable fashion sense. He's wearing a cropped hoodie with a I can only call a do-it-yourself outfit underneath, made from the same material that our school uniforms are made out of. That's my first example of how unique our school outfits can be. Digging this music. I don't want it to be too loud and overpowering. I do kind of want the sounds to be a bit louder. What the heck? I wonder if this is the limit, or if there's more. His lithe figure is very accentuated, considering that his whole stomach is uncovered. I'm surprised the insects don't make him cover up more. But hey, it's a pretty nice view, so I should not be complaining. I wonder what his voice sounds like. Or her? Do I see some, I don't know. Let's see. Are you okay? I now realize I've been checking the cat out for a while, and he's starting to give me curious looks. I think of something fast. Oh, well, most obvious one is this one. Sorry, I'm a little shaken up from the whole fall, don't mind me. Yeah, I assumed as much. I took that hole pretty deep after all. Wait. You made that hole? Why? I'm hunting. Did it have to be in the middle of the road? Well, it's the most obvious place for people, and the least expected for animals in Nightfallen. Flawed logic, but I won't argue. Wait, did you just say Nightfallen? Here? I thought there aren't any in this part of the forest. Yeah, right. There aren't anymore. You're welcome. He gives me a polite bow. I doubt he's the reason for that, but I'll humor him and say nothing. So, you're new here. Oh, right. Yes, I am. My name is Cody. Yours? You are in the presence of... He takes a small pause and looks around. Did he forget his name? Maybe I'm not the only one after all. Wait a second, are these guys all going through their own visual novel experience? Drum rolls, please! Tardus! Never mind. Oh, I probably should have, doop. The pleasure is yours. He gives a polite bow. Really? Yes, really. What? It's a good name. Great, even. I'm not saying it isn't. I was taken aback by the suspense, that's all. I get that a lot, actually. Huh. I wonder why. Is suspense dead? Maybe I should change to the element of surprise. Just announce it when it's expected the least. Weirdo. Oops, didn't mean to say it out loud. Although he seems content that I called him that. It must be a compliment for him. After about a second, his back straightens, and I swear I can see a twinkle in his eye, like he finally found his purpose in life. So, I suppose you're on your way to the academy? Need some help? The road there is more dangerous than you think, and it's dangerous to go alone. Take me. Yes, please. I'm not necessarily lost, but I could use someone to get me out of holes if I stumble upon more of your work. Ha! Yeah, that sounds about right. His ears suddenly perk up, like a realization just hit him. Oh, I just remembered I'm actually busy. Well, sorry, gotta go. See you later. Good luck on your way. Don't let the horny monsters, do stuff to you. Tartarus out. Tartarus? What the heck? Did he just... And just like that, he teleported away. Wait! Why did you even propose to help me if you're just... who am I kidding? He's not around anymore. Shouldn't have insulted him. Oh, my timer's getting close to being done, but I kind of want to keep going. Just a few more minutes. Teleportation, huh? That's very handy. Sure wish I knew how to do that right now. Well, let's get going. Thankfully, my luggage didn't fall in the hole with me. I keep walking on the path with nothing out of the ordinary happening for once. I see the main gate in the distance, but before I can get closer, I'll need to bypass the barrier. It looks like a thin, golden light blanket, almost invisible from a distance, but impossible to miss from up close. Let's see, how do I try to touch the barrier. As soon as my fingertips touch it, my whole body gets sucked through. It deflects nightfall, but absorbs people. Neat. At first glance, I thought I might have found the wrong secluded man-made structures in the woods, as this part of the campus looks very much like the streets in a town. I start remembering the videos and photos I've seen online, and it checks out. Walking around, I managed to recognize the cafeteria, some dorm buildings, and staff houses. There's even a market that is now mostly empty, of course. Nobody seems to be on the academy grounds. I wonder why. I take my phone out of my pocket and look at the time. It's almost 1 p.m. Oh, no. I was supposed to be here by 12:30. I gotta find the assembly hall. I start running. Who even has time to check a map in a time like this? I rely on my instincts and the huge castle-like structure in front of me to find the actual academy. I enter through the main door and try to remember the layout. Logging in more and more, I start hearing voices. Those must be the students in the gathering hall. I arrive in front of a long hallway. The voice is quite loud at this point. It seems to be coming from one of the rooms in front of me. Huh? That's weird. I thought the gathering hall would be in a more obvious place. Ooh, maybe it's a portal. I reach for the door as soon as I had that thought. I enter the room. The voices stop. The door is closed behind me. Oh, great. Another trap. What is this? Trap simulator? Why do I keep falling for them? How did I never get kidnapped as a child? The room is engulfed in darkness, except for a light coming from a crystal on a pedestal in the middle of the room. I have a feeling I'm not supposed to be here. It's not much of a feeling as it is common sense. I reach for the door thinking it would be locked, but I can't even find a handle. I take out my phone and use the flashlight, but as I suspected, the door wasn't even there anymore. Okay, don't panic. You can get out of a hole. You can get out of anything. Well, I had some help, but I got out, so I should just be calm. Yes, I can do this. I'm brave, I'm sexy, I'm smart. Nobody can defeat me.
Mighty words, kitten.
I spin around faster than I ever did anything in my life.
The second statement is totally false. But the first and last are proven more and more wrong.
Hearing a raspy man's voice in an obscure room is not the most soothing experience in the world. Who said that? No response.
Get a little closer, so I can see you better.
Or he just wants to build tension. Best choice would be to get closer to the only source of light in the room besides my phone, but the voice obviously came from the crystal's direction, so as the dumb idiot I am, I do as it says. Maybe it's because of my fascination for magic, or my horny loving to do what people order me to do. Jeez. I walk around the pedestal, examining it with one eye opened wide and the other closed, like a cartoon character.
Greetings.
Yup, that checks out. It spoke. The crystal didn't seem like anything out of the ordinary. It looked like any other power crystal you can find in someone's house. They're usually used for summoning, too. Except that this one was bigger and red, unlike the usual green or blue ones. I just can't stop looking at it. I feel drawn towards it, like invisible shackles pulling my hand.
That's right. Come on. Touch me. Touch me hard.
What? I know you want to. Wait, what?
When he died, I was so sad that I would never hear that voice again. His laugh. His funny little requests.
Touch me.
His reprimands.
Touch me harder.
Touch me harder. My mind goes numb and my hands are both raised at the crystal's level. What if I just... As my hands is about to touch the crystal, a shock of energy zaps my hand away. Ouch! Making me come back to my senses. Nah, I don't think I should. How do I get out of here now?
What?
I said, how do I...
I heard you. I mean, how are you able to resist my control?
You're trying to control me? The crystal started to talk nonsense. I have no idea what you're talking about. I feel nothing.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Nobody sets foot in my chamber in fear of being controlled. Yet, here you are. How old are you, child?
Wow, you sound just like my little sister. I'm 19, thank you very much.
19? What? Eons? Millenniums? Centuries?
Years.
Not even 100 and you can resist my powers. Excellent. You are unusual. So young, so fresh. I chose you well. I like you.
Not mutual.
I can't blame you. It is a strange encounter, I admit. And yet, hearing those words truly hurts. I want to make it mutual, and because you impressed me, I will lend you a portion of my power in exchange for, let's say, your body.
What?
All you have to do is touch the crystal and say, Risser.
Racer gear?
You should feel honored. I'm only offering because I believe you're one of the few who can take me. What do you say?
It does sound like an idea. Hold on, I need to change the music back real quick.
The what?
Is this in his headphones? There we go. Now we can get to business. What should I do? Alright, I'll have to decide next time because a lot's happening. I'm really loving this. I'm enjoying this. This is fun. But, you know, I can't do it all in one. I want to make sure I get it uploaded stuff at a reasonable hour. Holy cow, this is interesting. Anime for sure, worthy for sure. But, maybe even an OP worthy for sure. But, anywho, I hope you guys like this. By all means, feel free to, I guess don't give me too much spoilery advice in terms of who I'm choosing, because, like, I kind of want to see who I naturally vibe with, I guess. I don't know. I know there's, like, some romance to this, but I'm curious to see if these kind of decisions affect any kind of, like, good ending, which I would want to get on my first playthrough, ideally. So I wouldn't mind a little bit of help with that. Maybe. I don't know. But feel free to comment anything you'd like, really. Any suggestions about other games you might want me to consider looking into. You know, maybe I'll make a poll or just play them anyway, regardless of the poll results, because, you know, regardless of this one winning, the other entries on the polls I will definitely get to, but because, you know, I want to play them all. But again, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna see how much more I can upload on this channel in the future. But regardless, you know, that's stuff for later. Let's see what else to say. I hope you guys have a good day, a good night, a good evening. You know, whatever it is for you, whenever you're listening or watching this. And yeah, thanks again. Just take care till next time. We'll see you then. Bye for now. Bless Shards, I'm intrigued.
Our heroes are heading for Azalea Town and the next Johto League gym. It's a familiar scene, but something unfamiliar is about to appear.
You are in the presence of Tardus.
What do you think that spooky noise was? Sounded like a hoot hoot or something.
Didn't sound like any hoot hoot I ever heard.
How'd this get here?
We dug a hole to give you trouble.
Then we dug some more to make it double.
To protect the world from devastation.
To unite all peoples within our nation.
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
To extend our